in this case, we have to find average experience in years for each employee and for each project, which is rounded to 2 digits. So there are two tables given, projects and employees. In projects table, we have two columns, project ID and employee ID. In employees table, there are three columns, employee ID, name and experience. So we have to use join here because uh, we require experience in years, and that too the average value, as well as we need to combine the name of the employee with project, right, with project ID. So we have to find the project ID for each project ID. So we have to group this project ID, right? So because we require the output in form of project ID, right, for each project ID rounded to 2 digits. So we require output in the form of project ID and the average years. So for this project ID, for example 1, these many average years are required, something, then for 2, and so on, like this. Okay, so average number of years for that particular project. So this is our expected output. So we'll start writing the query for this. So first we'll write select what we require. So project ID. So p dot project ID, and we'll find the average years. So how to find average years? So the years of experience is given in the employees table, and so average experience. So how to find that? So first we have to sum this, okay, divided by the number of the count of the employee, right? So that is how we'll find the average, right? Because we require the sum as well as the count. So first we'll write sum of e dot experience divided by count of that for that particular project, how many employees are working, right? So count of employee ID, count of employee ID. So how many employee ID for that particular project are working, and this we are rounding. So we'll use round function also to 2 decimal places as average years from projects P, and we are joining these projects to employees table E. So here also I need to mention P dot employee ID. On we are combining them on employee ID. So P dot employee ID is equal to E dot employee ID, and we need to group them, right? Because we are grouping them with respect to project ID. So here we will group them, group by the project ID. So P dot project ID. So this is it. So what we are requiring, what we are doing, we are just finding the average of this and rounding it to 2 digits as it is mentioned in the problem statement. Once we run this query, we will get this as a output. So project ID as well as the average years. Okay, thank you.